Well, here we are, fight week. You got the family with you. How you feeling coming into another fight here at the Apex?
It feels like I was just here. It's starting to feel like this is my second home, and I feel good. I feel really, really good this week.
I was gonna say a lot of people. Obviously everybody would want to fight down at T-Mobile if they get the opportunity, but there are some benefits to fighting out of the Apex. I imagine, sometimes people like the crowd to fight. Sometimes people like the quiet to hear their coaches. Where do you sort of stand on fighting here at the Apex?
I would love to have a crowd. A crowd does give you energy, but at the same time, the Apex always has a little bit of a crowd, and this is becoming just routine for us. The whole process of it, the whole process of getting checked in, and I mean, just the whole week, it feels so familiar. So that's really beneficial. I feel like when it comes to like fight week and everything, it feels so familiar. I'm so used to it. My mind and my body is so used to it. It's just what I do.
How was fight camp coming into this fight?
It was great. Had the right amount of adversity, the right amount of ups and downs, and I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really locked in.
When you say adversity or ups and downs, you're talking about like days that feel good, days feel like you're on point, days that are challenged, or is it just like the opponents that you bring in? Like when you say that, what sort of stuff do you mean?
Yeah, just the days you feel good, the ups and downs. The days you feel good fight-wise, like skill-wise, the days you feel good mentally, just there's so many different ups and downs that come with fight camp, and my coach Trey Ogden always says that adversity is the backdrop to MMA, and so you got to expect it and you got to embrace it. So if there's no adversity in fight camp, it seems a little bit weird, but there wasn't too much. It was just the right amount. I'm healthy. I feel like I'm healthier than I've ever been going into a fight. Mentally, I'm super locked in. I'm ready to just showcase the best version of Miles that there is. I'm not even – I want to win. I want to win really freaking bad. But at the same time, over winning, I just want to show the best version of myself.
Well, all right, well, let's say like that. Is the best version a quick knockout? Is the best version that takes a little adversity in the fight and then perseveres? Or is it just somebody that just goes out there and dominates? What's the best version of you that you would like to see on Saturday?
There's truly no telling. Douglas is a very skilled opponent. He has a lot of heart. He has the warrior spirit. And the only people that have beat Douglas are top-tier guys, and they've all said, man, that was a challenge. He's going to go out there, and he's going to go out on his shield no matter what. So I don't know. I do believe that if he's throwing some naked kicks and he's trying to throw his power, that I could time that, I could put his lights out. He gets hurt in a lot of his fights, but at the same time, I'm expecting to go through some adversity. I'm expecting him not to make this easy for me. But I'm really excited to be where I'm at here. I feel like people don't really understand where I was in my life when I took my losses. When the challenge came, I was going through the hardest part in my life, and now I'm here and I feel good.
We often hear from fighters, in fact, it was just mentioned some other fighters earlier, the losses is one thing, but the mental side of the game is, if anything, the most challenging part of the fight game that there is. Training camps are hard, fights are fun, but do you feel like the mental side of the game is maybe the most challenging part of fighting?
It is until you get control of it. I feel like I grew up in this company, as a fighter, and I did go through some of the most challenging times in my entire life while I was a UFC fighter. And I think that they came out in the cage in front of the whole world, and since then I've had some good wins. I've made some changes. I went back home and I was in search of the old Miles, the high school wrestling Miles that had a heart of a lion, that everybody knew that. And I found him, and I've got some good wins since then, but no staple wins, like none that people are like, oh, that's got to be a big staple. I mean, they had Cody Gibson picked. A lot of people had Dan Argueta picked, but afterwards people are like, oh, yeah, I could see how Miles won this fight. This one I feel like is going to be a staple in my career. That's like, okay, this kid does have the potential that we thought that he may have. This kid is a top 10 bantamweight in the world, because I am, and I know I am.
Is that in part because the type of opponent that you have across from you, that when I think of this on paper, I see two guys are going to meet right in the middle of the octagon and throw some hands. I mean, is he the right dance partner for you to kind of show those sort of skills? And do you envision that he's going to be coming at you quick right from the get-go?
I do think he is the perfect dance partner. I think that he is, like I said, the only guys that beat him are top-tier guys. Like, the only losses he's had, he's 29-5. Everybody that's beat him is a very good fighter, top 15 guy. So I do feel like this is the one that I need to cement the fact, to answer a lot of questions like what potential does this kid have in this division? What potential does this kid have in this company? I'm about to answer those questions for everybody.
And like you said, with a tough opponent like them, what do you think this would do for you in the division? Where do you think this would place you in the division with a nice definitive win? And does it have to be a definitive win, or is a win enough to show the division that you're on your way up?
Of course, I would love to bring home the 50 G's, Like I'm looking for, every time I go out there, I'm looking to put your lights out. And Douglas has been hurt in a lot of his fights. And if you've been hurt against other guys, you're going to get hurt against me. So I would love to have one of those fights. But at the same time, if it's a grimy fight that I show that I do got heart, that I do have the heart of a lion, then that's what it is. I'll get the win. But like I said, I'm less worried about the result, and I'm more worried about the miles that shows up Saturday night, and I get a little emotional talking about it just because I'm grateful to be here.
How active, say the miles that you want to show up shows up, how active is that miles? Are you the kind that you want to fight 2 or 3 times a year? Is it 2 times the perfect number so you have time to recover, prepare? How often would you like to see yourself in there?
This is my 3rd fight in 9 months, and I feel like that's really helped me find my flow. It's really helped me just find my flow with the fight camp, with the weight cut, with everything. After this, depending, I would maybe I wouldn't say I would take a long time off, because 3 months, I'm sure I'll be ready to go at it again. I'm trying to make a real career out of this. I'm trying to get ahead financially, and we'll just see what happens. But this is my 3rd fight in 9 months, and it feels great. It feels like the right time.
Is your son going to be there fight night?
Is going to be there fight night.
Is that the sort of thing that amps you up? Obviously, might not be too old enough to recognize what it is, but is that something that's going to be special for you to have that, and is that going to push you forward that night?
It always, my wife and my son being there, that's my youngest son, my youngest of 4, them being there, it always means so much to me. My wife is such a big part of this whole journey. And then I got my 3 other boys. Sorry.
No, I love it. We often forget, outside of it, we see the fighter, we see the entertainment, we understand there's a team behind that, so this all means something. So I think it's great to see the emotion, because obviously you could tell that this means something for you.
Yeah, it means a lot, and I'm not making it a bigger deal than it is. I'm not out here like I need this win. I'm just out here to show the world who I am.
And Saturday, last for me, what are your keys to the victory? What needs to happen to make sure that you get your arm raised on Saturday?
I need to fight my fight. I need to no free kicks. He's a good kicker. He's a good striker. Anytime he throws those kicks up, I'm gonna punch him right in the mouth. And I just need to fight my fight. I need to push the pace. I need to drag him to the deep waters, and I need to show him. What I'm all about.
Is Elijah going to get a shot on the Contender Series this year, or what's up?
I hope so. Yeah, he's gotta be here, and he's training. I know he's training hard. It sucks not having him on this journey right with me, because he's in Dallas. But he's always there. He's always there in spirit, and he'll be here. I hope he gets a shot on the Contender Series this summer for sure.
Awesome.